If it comes out that it is true that this man hopped in this girl's DMs and offered to fly her out with Keke Palmer's coin, I'm going to lose it. I promise you. Y'all already know what time it is. I got the black V-neck on. What's going on, y'all? Welcome to the King of Reese video, a special one for Friday, because girl, this week has been a lot. So today is actually Thursday for me. This week, oh my God, I feel like it's been 2 Mondays. Like it's like the 4th, and I'm trying to catch up. It's a lot going on, but I hope y'all enjoyed y'all week. I hope y'all done popping firecrackers because y'all been getting on my nerves. But I hope y'all enjoying y'all Friday. We got a couple things to talk about. I want to talk about Darius and Keke Palmer. It seems as though some stories are developing, and there's been a screenshot of someone saying that he hopped in her DMs about flying her out. I don't know how true this is, but we're gonna talk about that. Also, it seems like he's probably deleted some pictures and some tag. Something is going on, but we're gonna get into that. We're gonna pull out our magnifying glass and we're gonna have a conversation. And also want to talk about Cardi B in Paris for Fashion Week. She's been looking amazing. Her and Colin have been really eating and chewing. Her team been having her looking good. Period. Come on, Cardi, we love that for her. Also want to talk about Charlamagne's comments about Cardi B being influential when it comes to like female hip hop and stuff. I definitely want to talk about that because I feel like that is interesting. Also want to talk about Arie's comments on Megan Thee Stallion and Janelle Monae's performance. It's getting weird. Want to talk about these things. Also, Peter Thomas and his eviction and his bar in Miami. I be telling y'all these celebrities don't be having money like that. And sis is going through it, but like, child, woo, so many thoughts. Also want to talk about this video that's circulating, Blueface asking his child, like, I don't know the child, like he's about 5 or 6, is he gay because he's not in another room with the strippers, the female strippers. When I tell y'all, y'all don't deserve no kids, like, y'all don't deserve no children. But before we get into any of this tea, let's go ahead and get to this mental health check-in. So mental health, like I told y'all, girl, I'm trying to catch up. I feel like this 4th of July kind of threw me off, and this Monday and the 1st being on a Saturday has kind of just thrown me off a little bit. I'm trying to catch up and stuff. And I just feel like today is not Friday. But what is time? What is time? So, but I am going to be okay, girl. I don't have any plans this weekend. I honestly just want to relax. I just really don't want to do anything. But, you know, I'm enjoying the rain. The rain is cute, but I want to sit outside. The humidity right now in Georgia, oh my God. I think the other day was the hottest the world has ever been since like 100-something thousand years or something. Like, it was so hot. Like, the world is warming up. Global warming is a thing, girl, and we're doomed. It's been so hot in Georgia, like it's ridiculous. Like I'm right here filming this video right now, and I can't have the air running because you were here. It would be loud. But girl, like I literally turned it off for a minute, and it's already 75 degrees, and it was just 71. Like. It ain't been recorded but a minute. But that's what's on my mind. That's what's on my soul this week. This the heat. She's on my soul and she's on my skin. I need her to come off. But let's go ahead and get into the tea for today. The tea for today is let's go ahead and talk about Darius and Keke Palmer, because I'm honestly really confused how men be moving. How men want traditional relationships, traditional things. First of all, this is not a marriage. This woman is unmarried and she just gave birth to a child, so there's nothing traditional about this. So what tradition is y'all talking about? What tradition are y'all talking about besides having women barefoot and pregnant with no ring? What traditions are we talking about? The traditions that only benefit you? Because at the very least, if y'all gonna talk about traditions, talk about the tradition of the man paying all of the bills and the woman just staying at the house. But y'all want women to cook, clean, do your pussy, keep everything clean, and also split bills. Hello? Like, no, we're not doing that. But that's been the conversation the last couple of days with Darius and Keke Palmer after he embarrassed her after the Usher video went viral, and her having a good time and him commenting and saying it was her outfit and just policing her outfit. Like, women have agency, should have agency of their bodies and what they wear. And if you have an issue with that, then you need to just leave. If you feel like your partner has to ask for approval to what they wear and all the other stuff, you need to check yourself. because you can't be throwing your insecurities on somebody else. Now that we've identified what the issue is and why you don't like me wearing certain things, like that doesn't mean that that boundary is legit. That doesn't mean, oh, well, like, because you can't explain your way out of that. And men tried to, and they did this same thing on Summer House. Well, it's about protection. No, it's not about protection. It's about your ego. And this whole thing is about his ego, and he's embarrassing himself even more by getting on Twitter. He's came back on Twitter, has been tweeting some stuff and shouting out Elon Musk for him being able to like mute stuff and turn off notifications because he's been getting chewed up. But he won't open that Twitter up for the folks to respond to him. Like they can only quote tweet him. But he's been getting chewed up the last couple of days, and rightfully so, because he's ignorant and then finding out that he's anti-black and been saying very disgusting stuff about black folks. And just, it's weird. It's weird. And this thing, like it's been two things I've been hearing, that this stuff should have been taken care of in private. To say that you're okay with sexism as long as it's in private is crazy to me. Like, that's crazy to me. Oh, I'm like, because this is what this is. This is sexism. Like, this is, he publicly embarrassed her. Now the conversation needs to be public. He needs to offer a public apology. He has not deleted the tweets. He's not saying anything. Like, it's looking bad. It's looking bad. I just, like, he embarrassed her. And like the folks who are arguing this stuff are not wrong. Like, this man is talking like a reincarnated Kevin Samuels. And it's like, and our faith is, I don't know. I hope they honestly break up, to be honest. Even Big Sandals agreed. Like, I hope they break up. I hope it's gone, because this man don't have no respect and he don't have no damn money. Like, he's a mediocre light skin that can't file head of household without asking Keke Palmer for permission, because he doesn't meet the requirements. You're a man talking about traditional values when you got your not even your wife, the mother of your child walking around with no ring on. Like, you're not even doing the basics of a tradition, so you pulling and piecing apart traditions that work for you and you only. Like, it's just not making sense to me. So now there's been a screenshot of someone posting that he was in her DMs not too long ago trying to fly her out. And folks are like, girl, how's you flying this girl out on Keke Palmer's coin? Like, what's going on? There's also been a TikTok video of some woman naming that he pressured her to have like an abortion before you know, him and Keke Palmer got together. So I don't know how true it is. It's been a lot of stuff. I don't know what to believe at this point, but all of it is quite fascinating, to be honest. And it's fascinating in a bad way, because this man, like, his ego is so big that I don't think for a second he's ever thought about how Keke Palmer is feeling doing all of this. Like, having to see these things. Like, Keke Palmer is very much an online person. Her celebrity is built off the perception of people. How people see her, like how people perceive her. That is her celebrity. If she's in good eyes with folks, and she's getting more like deals and all the other stuff. So if her perception is looking bad, it's less likely she will get brand deals and other opportunities, because brands do not want to be associated with certain stuff. And the fact that he just even deleted the tweet, he could have just deleted the tweet, but he doesn't want to. He doesn't want to, which is very telling. He doesn't want to go back on his word. It's just like, I'm going to stand up for misogyny. And men who say stuff like this are dangerous. Men who believe in stuff like, they are dangerous. And it's just, I don't get it. I don't get it. But you know, that's what's going on. This is they teach. I wonder what is going to happen now, because we've seen that I think he's deleted some pictures. She deleted some pictures or something. She unfollowed him. I hope they end it, to be honest, because I really don't see it for neither one of them, to be honest. But moving on swiftly and professionally, let's talk about other tea. So let's talk about this India Arie girl. I am not my, she don't even know. So India Arie apparently has an issue with the performances for Essence Fest. For the folks who went to Essence Fest, was it good? Did you enjoy yourself? I wanted to go. Megan Thee Stallion looked good. Janelle Monae performed. And this is what, you know, India Arie had to say. The issue is what is context. Humanity does everything, but does everything belong in a stage? Is everything for kids? No. Is everything for everybody? No. So when we as a culture make something like this, it shows a lack of discretion and discernment. I screamed when Crystals from the Reed said that everybody does not want to dress like Mojo Jojo. I hollered. Somebody posted on Twitter. I screamed because she did look like Mojo Jojo. And there's so much conversation right now on women's clothing in 2023, like the agency, like you got so many conversations about Janelle Monae and like she got her breast out. Oh, this is too much. Janelle Monae is doing too much. She's doing the stuff. Janelle Monae has always been a free sexual being, and all her music, if you listen to her music, you would know these things. Like you would know these things. But there's been a running joke about her been having tuxedos on and all the other stuff and da 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 da. And like she had on like things covering the nip, like it just wasn't even that much. Like, oh my God, like what is going on? Conversation about that to conversation about Keke Palmer. It's just, oh my God. We literally are having conversations about this, and the Supreme Court is eradicating every right that we thought we had. Like, you can't make this stuff up. It's bad. It's down bad. Girl, the asteroid, any minute now, I'm waiting for her. Any minute from now, I'm waiting on the asteroid because we don't deserve it. We don't deserve it. Even big sounders agree. Like, it's just, it's a mess. But Arie, you know, I'm not really surprised that she posted this. And a lot of folks were calling her out and saying like she made a song about like not judging women, and she's doing the same thing. But honestly, I was just having a conversation with one of my close friends, and we were just talking about how a lot of folks are very performative. The things that they say, even the music they create, and the things that they write, things that they post, the things that they tweet, isn't always what they are. Like, it's a mess. Like, to those in the comments who laugh at anyone who wants these things for our culture, you certainly have the right. Just as many folks have the right to want our mainstream international export out music to show us in a respectful light. I like to go on the record saying that this won't age well, and that's my issue. I love Janelle and Meg the way I love us all, and I don't like this moment. Don't bother debating me, and I do this 25 years. I've done this, so read, ponder, or don't. And Arie, you sound stupid as hell, and I'm glad I don't listen to your music no more because you're stupid. Like, everybody, like, people have choices and do what they want to. Like, one woman having her titty out, or one woman having this outfit on should not speak for the entire group of minorities or women, like, or black women. Like, what are you talking about? Like, these folks are enjoying themselves and putting out stuff. Like, what is going on? Like, I just don't get this. Like, why are we like, we are literally policing women's bodies. Like, we're literally seeing this in 2023. Like, we're literally seeing this. Like, this is insane. This is insane. Like, I think that's why this week has bothered me so much, because this whole entire week we have spent so much time policing and talking about what women should wear in 2023. Like, girl, no, ma'am. So this is the idiot Arie. I guess that's what her name stands for. So moving on swiftly and professionally, Megan Thee Stallion and Janelle Monae ain't said nothing about it, and I hope they don't. I hope they don't even address this. Let's talk about Cardi B. Cardi B has been showing up and showing out for Fashion Week for Paris. Like, girl, Paris Fashion, she been eating it up. Let me tell you something, dude. Cardi is that fashion girl. Like, Cardi is that fashion girl. Give her a couple more years, she might be able to do the things that the other girls have not been able to do, as far as like market and sell fashionable clothes for like general public. But I think that's a very difficult thing, because the stuff that Cardi B wears is very expensive. So how do you make very expensive stuff for everybody else and make it like affordable? Like, it's just very, because like Rihanna has not been able to do it. Beyonce has not been able to do it. Not too many of the celebrities, especially female artists and music, have not been able to do it. So I'm very curious to see in the future, because I think Cardi B actually is the moment. I really do believe that. And I don't think she has to put out another album for that. I think she's kind of already solidified herself in a good way. And this goes into the conversation that Charlamagne was having and saying that like her contribution to hip hop is like similar to some of the greats. And I don't think that Charlamagne is completely wrong. What I think he's saying is that these like labels and stuff were not interested in supporting any other female rappers besides Nicki Minaj. Like, they have not been supporting, like these labels were not spending the money on other female artists, female rappers and stuff until Cardi B made this work from Love and Hip Hop. Now we're seeing other female rappers follow the same trajectory as a Cardi B. We're seeing that same, like it's been duplicated a couple of times. To be honest, and it's no shade, Cardi B can say that she has a lot of sons. I never thought I would say that. But Cardi B can honestly say she has a lot of sons. But what is Cardi B, instead of, you know, being nasty and asking everybody to, like, who's coming after her to kiss her butt, she's hopping on songs with these girls and giving 5 verses. Like, Cardi B has really impressed me over the last couple years, and I just would have never thought that she would do this. And I'm just very proud of her and her artiste. Say what you want about like her not writing her own raps, her doing this and that, but she's definitely solidified herself, and it's been very interesting to see. And same with Lotto. Like Lotto, you know, was not here for herself when she was calling herself Mulatto. Even if that has something to do with her dad or whatever, like naming her. But how Lotto has been moving recently has been very pleasing to me, and I love that for everybody involved. So I kind of agree with Charlamagne. She did shift the culture. Like, you know, he said, like Jay-Z and Drake, I think she did shift the culture. Like, she has. Like, I don't see what argument that you can have, and I'm curious what argument to say that she hasn't. What argument? Because like Homegirl put out Bodak Yellow, it did numbers. She got a big signing thing or whatever they call it, shit. And has not put out another album. Hasn't put out and the culture has shifted. Like we're seeing, so we were not seeing other female rappers like this, like getting the attention like that until Cardi B. And that's not to say that, you know, the girls were not out here doing their things, but the labels were not supporting these folks. And people were not, the general public was not checking for them. Now we have so many other girls that are coming out, and I just, like, it's giving. Come on, Cardi B, period. So let's move on. What else to talk about? I'm talking about Peter Thomas real quick, because when I talk about eviction, I be getting shook, because, girl, that'd be triggering for me. But Peter Thomas was online crying, child, because his bar is being sued and facing eviction. And I cannot say I'm surprised. We've been saying that he's terrible at money management. Like, I'm glad Cynthia divorced him, because she was getting her pockets demolished by, and not in a good way. He was demolishing her pockets in more ways than one, and her credit score. So, Real Housewives Atlanta star Cynthia Bailey's ex-husband restaurant sued over $35,000 seafood bill in an eviction battle. Girl. According to documents obtained by Radar Online, Thomas Bar One has been slapped with 2 separate lawsuits on top of dealing with the landlord attempting to force the business out. On May 12, Port Royal Trading Company sued Bar One for breach of contract. The company claimed it delivered seafood products to the restaurant on May the 13th, 2022, but the invoices have yet to be paid. The invoices attached show multiple deliveries to Bar One. I've already told y'all that running a restaurant is very expensive, and a lot of these folks do not have the capital to keep it up. I hate Cynthia's name is being mentioned in this, because this is not a Cynthia issue. But, you know, this ain't got nothing to do with Cynthia. But this goes back to the women being more important than the men. Hey, Darius, Daulton, Peter Thomas, girl, pay your bill, do what you need to do. I'm not surprised. A lot of these celebrity-owned restaurants, they just not doing very well. That's why they upcharge everything, because they just don't have the capital for them to mess up anything. That's why they have so many rules and regulations where you can't send food back if you don't like it. They, you know, automatic this and that. It's just because they don't have the capital. So they're going to penny pinch every dollar, even charging for parking. Hey, Candy. in a place that, and Nene for a place that you shouldn't be charging for parking for. It's not making sense to me. Like, but y'all don't have the capital to keep up, so that's what it is. So moving on, I want to like talk about this video that I've seen that's very disgusting. Blueface and his child, and I'm not posting it, but he was asking his child, is he queer? Is he gay? Because he's not in the living room where it was a bunch of strippers and stuff, clapping cheeks and all that other stuff. And he dapped him up when the boy said he wasn't gay. And it was really sad. It was really sad, to be honest. And this is child abuse. This is like, somebody else called it, you know, something else. I can't say it, the word, but this is child abuse. And we see stuff like this. Like, this is disgusting. Like, at all the conversations about like drag queen performances and trans folks and grooming and all this other stuff, this is being done by a cis-het man and a non-black woman who has been called out several times for abuse, been called out for all types of stuff, who is literally abusing a child right in our eyes. And there is no collective march. There is no what's named to shut him down. There's no nothing. The only people I've seen call CPS and being concerned about this have been women and queer folks. Like these are the folks, like cishet women, queer folks who've been concerned about this. Everybody who y'all saying who are the groomers and all this other stuff. Like, it's just not giving. It's just not giving. And this is disgusting. The video is disgusting. You can find it online. I'm not gonna post it. But Blueface was very comfortable, and this is some of the stuff that black queer folks have experienced with their parents. It's very triggering for a lot of folks. I've not experienced anything like that at that age, but I have, when I was a little older, asked about like, why do I not have a girlfriend? Why is this and that? All these questions and stuff, and not understanding the reason for it. And this man is more concerned, like, somebody actually named that this is actually some version of grooming or something, to be worried about the sexual act of your child. Like, because you want him to be heterosexual. The heterosexual agenda is destroying all of us. And that's all I got. Tell me what y'all thought about all of these things, girl. Also, shout out to Steve Harvey for being trending right now, because the stuff that he was saying to Keke Palmer ended up being true. And hate to see it, but that's all I got. That's all I got. Tell me what y'all thought about the content for today. Make sure if you can, you're subscribing to me on patreon.com/KingArie. Until next time, I'll talk y'all later. Bye.